Parliament has approved an $86 million loan facility from the Israeli Discount Bank for the purchase of armored vehicles for the Ghana Armed Forces amidst concerns from the minority that the House was not furnished with enough details. $80 million of the amount will go to Elbit Systems Land Limited of Israel for the supply of the vehicles, whilst the rest will go to firms arranging the facility and other associated costs. Now, earlier, the minority requested that the approval is done in camera because they had concerns they did not want to raise in public for security reasons. But Majority Leader Seche Mensah Bunsu said a backroom conversation has gone on to allow for the approval to be done in public, adding MPs will be measured in their comments. Some of the concerns eventually came up. NDC MP on the Finance Committee of Parliament, Richard Champon, described the loan as expensive.
Mr. Speaker, if you look at the cost component that they gave to us, like you say, certain things you can't share in the public domain. So, as a committee, the only thing we are praying for that there should be value for money, so that the amount of money we are spending to procure this armored vehicle for our security operations or our security personnel, we know that we spend so much and we are getting so much for it. Because, Mr. Speaker, in terms of security issues, you can't segregate MPP and NDC and say, I don't belong to this party or belong to the other party. It affects our entire life. So we need to take security matters very seriously. But it doesn't mean that taking security matters very seriously will not ask for value for money. Quality of the equipment that we are procuring, that they can stand the test of time, so that we can make sure that going forward, even if you are going to procure another armored vehicle, another ammunition, we know the stock that we have so that we can augment what we are adding on. It's not like we are just throwing money, because we are taking loan facility for this purpose. Even the 74 million that we're taking, Mr. Speaker, we have the insurance facility is $6,120,000 US. So it's very expensive facility that we are taking, Mr. Speaker. So whatever we are getting from it must stand the test of time.
Minority Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak raised issues with the purchase from Israel, noting it will be difficult using such vehicles in international peacekeeping operations in some countries.
We need to be mindful about the source country, and where the equipment is being manufactured. When we say we are going to use it for peacekeeping, Mr. Speaker, we all know there are some countries in this world, by just associated with them, you unnecessarily attract hatred for yourself. And look at, if you are going to use those host countries and their equipment in peacekeeping, if you are going to use them only internally, I will say that will be fine. But where you'll be using them for peacekeeping, let's be mindful, because we could unnecessarily expose our men and women to unnecessary risks. I hope the Minister for Defense, as he said, we will deploy them in our country, and where it is necessary, we will use them on peacekeeping. I would prefer that when we are going to use peacekeeping, we'll try as much as possible, if it is possible, to avoid the use of this equipment that we have because of the source country and the manufacturing country.
Defense Minister Dominic Nitu, however, assured there will be value for money.
As for value for money takes various forms. The public procurement will do their own value for money, Parliament will do their own value for money, the Ministry of Finance will do value for money before, as I've come to know and as I've come to experience every time, before the contracts are finally executed and concluded. But just to give members assurance that this top-notch quality equipment that the armed forces have been looking for a very, very long time. And I'm glad that members are very supportive of it.